we have done many other segments where we have spoken about Venus, Moon, Saturn, all other planets. But I think one was still missing. That was Jupiter, Brihaspati. And the reason I wanted to speak of Brihaspati also, that again on a mundane level, it is seen as a Jivakarka. One should see as a Jivakarka always. Is it a Jivakarka all the time in every chart? So I want you to please guide us on that too.
According to me, one of the most malefic planets in the chart, these days is Jupiter.
No way.
Is Jupiter? Why? Because it has been given a tag that this is a basic sattvic planet.
Right.
Nothing can go wrong.
Right.
And opposite to that, another good friend of mine called Mr. Saturn has been given a tag that this is the malefic of all the planets.
Yes. Yes.
Both these connotations or both these statements are wrong. Both of them are wrong. Why I'll say that? Jupiter is the planet of growth. Saturn is the planet of restriction, constriction.
Logical.
Okay.
Right.
Now, if we dwell deep into the factors of Jupiter and Saturn, you will find that both of their natures are the same. The yin-yang theory.
Right.
The opposite theory.
Right.
So one planet is of growth, one planet is of restriction. What if that planet of growth increases my tendency to drink?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I have seen many addictions, just like you mentioned.
Because of Jupiter. So it's the karak for liver and it's the karak for alcoholism. Why? Because it increases the want of alcoholism. It increases the capacity of alcoholism. So today 1 drink, tomorrow 2, day after 4, then half. I can polish off a bottle in a month or 6 months, and then it straight away hits my liver because Jupiter is representative of liver. Second aspect, Jupiter is the planet of growth. What if I am in debt and my debt is growing? What if my debt is growing? Then what? Then Jupiter is responsible for increasing my debt. It is. If it is the Lord of finances, then it can reduce finances.
Absolutely.
Because what if it is placed weak?
Right.
So you cannot say that a particular planet, especially a planet like Jupiter, is always benefic. Another last example. I can give you a lot of examples, but just to keep it to the point. Jupiter is the karak of wisdom, is the karak for knowledge and wisdom. What if my knowledge is polluted? What if I am of a Hitler nature? I understand that, to kill a particular race is what I am born for. We have seen today in many of the, I should not say it, but some of the religious texts and some of the misguided people think that they are all powerful and they need to only survive and rest everybody cannot live.
Right. It is happening.
It is a problem of wisdom. Likewise, we can go on many examples. Like Jupiter is the karak for finances. I am at a very plumb position and I am taking probably finances or bribes which I am not supposed to
take. Against the character.
You understand? So that is going to affect my coming family. So most of the time we feel that people who are in the plum job generally suffer, or their children suffer a lot, again and again. So here is the cause of Jupiter. Now come to the planet of Saturn. Saturn causes restriction. A strong Saturn will never allow you to drink. But a strong Jupiter may push you to drink. May push you to addiction.
This needs to be
understood because most of the astrologers or some of my friends equate opposite. But when you have a strong Saturn, you are restricted and disciplined.
Right.
See, it's a very simple example. Very, very rich people who are very disciplined, very low life, I'm saying, very simple life, who do not spend money on lavish houses, lavish cars, but still have billions of rupees in their bank account and do a lot of good service to the society. You will find a very beautiful Jupiter-Saturn combination or the combination of strength, meaning finances and discipline together. And whenever you have a strong Saturn, it is causing vairagya. Vairagya meaning something to do with aestheticism.
Ji,
I may have a lot of money, power, prestige,
Right.
but I still sleep on the floor. I still have 2 meals a day. And people are surprised that, okay, my God, this man is so powerful and rich, but still he's got a very simple lifestyle. That cannot be given by Jupiter. That can only be given by a planet called Saturn.
Certain.
So, in basic trait, you'll find that Jupiter and Saturn do the same thing.
Right.
But because in the Shastras, again, like we discussed in the last segment,
Ji.
that how you are behaving,
Channelizing.
your energy. Jupiter is supposed to be a sattvic planet, meaning if you are earning and you are at a plumb post,
Ji.
you are not supposed to take anything beyond your limits.
Ji.
So if you say that a comparison between Jupiter and Saturn, I find personally looking at all the charts where people are misguided and taking Jupiter in a next level which is not supposed to be taken because it's a very principled, it's a very divine planet. And you are taking it on an earthy level, then Jupiter is bound to give a lot of problems. So tumors are happening, cancers are happening, unwanted growth is happening,
Right.
children are not listening to you, they are rebellious towards you because again in my chart my children are represented by Jupiter.
Jupiter. And this is absolutely right, Bhaiya. 9 out of 10 times I have seen if it is a case of any kind of cancer, Jupiter is involved, Rahu is involved. Somehow these two planets are involved.
Rahu is living lifestyle. Rahu is living lifestyle. Living lifestyle means Rahu, what does Rahu run? If you keep on eating, that becomes Rahu. But once a week, I am having a fast or a break, or I am taking a break from the regular thing. I am not. Rahu is more earthy oriented, so I am not Rahu oriented. I am becoming less of Rahu. So your health will keep on improving.
Right. Ji.
If you read Ayurveda,
Ji.
I mean, it will be difficult to find that this exactly is cancer because most of the time it was treated as something that is unwanted growth. So it becomes cancer. And today the doctors are coming to the same opinion that cancer is, very high protein cells.
Ji.
And if you keep on doing fasting, your body itself starts eating those protein cells or in turn cancer cells.
Right.
So most of the people, if you go on the net and find, you can meet also, you can read about them, that fasting has helped them reduce their cancer because the body has eaten its own cancer cells. So it's an amazing thing. So our science was 4,000 years much more advanced, which says that, okay, आज पूर्णमासी है तो you have to fast today. Amavasya you have to fast.
Yeah, or Ekadashi. Ji.
Ekadashi you have to fast today. This, so at least there were 4 to 5 fasts in a month. You were always healthy, and you were supposed to have 2 square meals a day. Do not have a meal after the sunset. You all will be healthy. Morning 1 meal, evening 1 meal, and four times a month you are fasting. Sometimes you are fasting without water, sometimes without food. So generally the body was healthy, and if you follow these, then Rahu becomes better, much better.
And other than the food, I think the social media fasting is also
Social
very
media,
important.
mobile phones, emails, Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah.
Please fast.
Please fast. But again, thank you, Bhaiya. I think this will give a good clarity to our audience that do not take these mundane concepts so seriously.
Yes. Do not just take them on the face value. Relax. Like
But
it's
again,
beautiful.
Bhaiya, so what are the ideal houses as per you? What are the ideal houses where Jupiter is almost as good as you think it will behave? Again, it will depend upon
It is good in every house, provided you are living the Jupiterian life.
Okay.
Okay. Personally, certain places Jupiter needs to be worked upon more, like in the ascendant. So it's a planet of obesity.
Ji.
Placed in the ascendant, you need to take care of your health.
Ji.
Come 6th house, again is the house of disease. Come 12th house, respecting the 6th house,
Ji.
again disease oriented. Come 7th house, marriage issues. 8th house, marriage, after marriage issues.
Ji.
Because of the certain enormity or the great strength of Jupiter.
Right.
Placed in the internal houses, it sometimes gives problems. 1, 4, 7, 10. In the 10th house, if it is placed alone, it gives delays in profession because you are You are thinking, I can do this and this, not focused at one place.
जी,
Generally, with Jupiter alone in the 10th house, you'll find them jack of all trades, trying to be master of all trades, resulting nowhere, doing this, studying this, doing that, doing this. I mean, a lot of confusion going on. So, Jupiter in the internal houses wants you to be very clear, the Jupiterian oriented, that I have done this, I'll stick to this. Generally, it happens. I'm sticking to this, but that looks better. So let me, because of the intelligence, they do it things quickly.
right,
So I've seen people with 4 or 5 degrees, double PhDs
right,
with Jupiter in the 10th house, studying. I can do this. They were ending up, behind other people. Just they have a lot of education on the wall hanging to show, but nothing to prove.
true,
So internal houses, as it is good, they say sometimes the trinal houses are good, Jupiter in the 5th and 7th, but then I find difficulty in childbearing if Jupiter is in the 5th house.
जी,
In the 9th house, I find if it is strong, then fine. Then if it is not so strong, then you have a Pitra dosh in the chart. There are a lot of aspects. So everywhere it can be good, everywhere it can be bad. Depends on your entire horoscope. Thumb rule generally do not apply in the Kali Yuga now
yes, yes,
that you have Jupiter in the 10th, so you are absolved of all sins. That is what is written. But it was written that time correctly because if you have Jupiter in the 10th house, all your actions would be righteous and religious according to the Vedas,
yeah,
according to the Niyati, according to Prakriti. If you have Jupiter in the 10th house, but that was,
written
Vedic Kal.
down, yeah,
That was Vedic Kal.
right.
But today, if you have Jupiter in the 10th house, you are a mastermind. You can be a mastermind crook also.
But again, the mundane concept of Jupiter in third is very bad. They say it is very bad because it is the position. I know you don't believe in that. It is sitting in the Maran Karak Sthan.
Totally wrong. Totally wrong. It is placed in the house of Upachya and courage.
Right,
Jupiter placed in the third house is use your wisdom and your hard work.
right.
And it aspects the ninth house. Your luck will shine 10 times.
Wow.
One of the most good places of Jupiter.
Yeah.
In the Upachya house, remember this always. Use your mind and your strength, your hard work, your karmas. And aspecting the ninth house, it will give you
The luck.
what you have not even desired or you do not even deserve. God is willing to give you that also. So when you talk about these things, I mean, I have
No,
given you a logic for
No, I am here to irritate you.
it. You are most welcome. But I have given you a logic that Jupiter in the third is one of the best positions if you understand its aspect on the ninth house
Ji, ji,
because of the seventh drishti.
ji.
Its aspect on the 11th house, the house of profitability, house of friends. So
Desires.
you choose your friends intellectually,
Ji,
you do a lot of hard work, and you will shine and you will progress like you've never thought in your life.
ji.
You will have the best and the greatest of friends placed at the very, very top positions, and people will be envious of you that you have the best people around.
Ji.
But if you know how to handle your planet, if you know how to handle Jupiter in the third house.
No, absolutely. This.
Otherwise, if you don't know, then this is the house of lungs. Jupiter in the third house is going to give you lung issue, asthmatic issue, breathing issues, courage issue. Third is the house of courage. You will be always lacking courage. You will find that I think but I cannot execute.
Ji.
So there will be a lot of issues there.
Trouble with siblings I have consistently seen.
Yeah. A lot of. It depends on how you are able to handle your energies.
It's all about that. So thank you. Thank you, Bhaiya.